Hi and welcome here on pierosini.com, the wine show. And I'm still in Tuscany, and actually I'm in a region which is not quite familiar to me because I'm here. Can you explain where we are? Right? What about now? Actually?
We are in Pisan Hills.
Pisan Hills.
Yeah, south of Pisa, north of Bulgari, just to give you an idea of the area. 200 meters above sea level, sweet hills, mild climate. So it's hot, but not that hot as in the coastal part of Tuscany.
Always with a fresh breeze.
Which is good for the wine. I mean, for the ripening of the grapes and the aroma, which is not that flat as when you are in hot places.
Okay, for you to let you know, close to me is Ginevra, Veneroso, Pesciolini. And we're right about now here on Tenuta di Ghizzano.
Yes.
Which is, can you tell something about La Tenuta or Ghizzano?
Yes, Ghizzano is a really tiny hamlet. We are 350 people, and the hamlet was created and built by my family, but we have to go back to 1370, which was the first building built, was the tower of our house, our family house, which is still there.
To see who's coming, right?
Because the reason why they built the tower is to defend from enemies. So that was the reason. Then the whole hamlet was built around the house to give the house to the workers who were working for us in our agriculture estate, which is now 350 hectares, of which 20 of vineyards, 20 of olive groves, and 100 of farming land and 100 of woods.
So you told me before that before you were involved more deeper, profound in this winery estate, you used to, when did you start to work actually more?
Yes, I started working here helping my father in 1993, but then full-time 1997. I was working for publishing houses before, so completely another thing. So everything I do now, I learned on the field. Even the real job outside, I learned by the people who are working for me. So it's you have just to put yourself in another mind and another way of living, respect when you are working in an office in the city, because the rhythms are completely different, and you have to respect nature and meteorology and the weather.
And you're quite far away from the cities, right? I have the impression, actually. Yeah, it's quite.
This is really country. I mean, we are quite far. If you are in Italy, because obviously if you are in Australia, maybe you're near of everything.
It's relative.
But here it's 40 minutes to arrive to Pisa, where is their airport. 40 minutes by car.
That's okay.
And 1 hour from Florence. So quite near, but quite far, because here is really country, and there's nothing if you look outside but fields and hills and not only vineyards, but many other...
other agricultural products, let's say this.
Agricultural products.
You started to convert your production into organic farming, right?
Yes.
What was the idea or the philosophy? Is just because it's fashion, or did you say, for me it's something more complex?
Yes, it's relatively more complex. Then now it seems easy because it has been a natural consequence of living here and working here. If you love the land, if you love the products you're making, you start to think that you have to respect, first of all, the people who are working with the land and with the products, and secondly, the land itself, because if you exploit the land too much with chemicals, you destroy the life of the land. And then last but not least, the people who are using your products, who are eating or drinking your products, and you have to offer something which is healthy and no doubt of it. So I started working here in 1993. I decided to convert the whole estate, so not only the vineyards but also olive groves, also family land, everything into organic. And I'm officially certified since 2006 because the process is quite long. And now I started in 2006 also to use biodynamic techniques.
Okay.
You know, to go deeper and to have everything which is really
it's maybe
natural.
The next step also. Right?
Next step. I mean, it's really trying to produce using only the means of your land.
Okay.
And nature and the weather and the stars and a philosophy
the moon,
of good living.
Okay, so the first one, it's Veneroso. It's obvious the name of your family.
Yes, it's the first name of one of our ancestors.
Okay.
He lived during the 18th century. And we have given to our two top wines to the two names of our ancestors to give, the honor to the family to have
history,
been living here.
Yeah, okay.
So the roots are important.
Yeah,
so we wanted to recognize the importance of the roots.
A dedication, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a Sangiovese again, but 60 or 70% depending on the vintage, and this is a 70% 2008, and 30% is Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
And it is the selection of the grapes coming from the oldest vineyards, in order to have more complexity.
Well, I found your vineyards actually really scattered around, hidden in from Del Bosco.
Yes.
Yeah, from the woods. It's really
it is not having a lot of land. We have chosen the places in different exposures and different mixture for the soil in order to have also a variety of expressions of the same grapes. So that's why we don't do single vineyards wines, but we try to select the best grapes of that vintage, because every vintage is expressing in a different way because of the weather. So when it's too hot, we have also vineyards which are not exactly on the south exposure. To keep the grapes a little bit more fresh, and we blend them. So the job during the harvest is then trying to select
the best grapes.
Best grapes for the best two wines.
Okay, so the colors, obviously a little bit, they are darker and intense than the Ghizzano, and but beautiful. Let's sniff it. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's similar, the flavor of it as in Ghizzano, but it's much more
dense
intense
to the core,
and dense. Yes.
Wow, good structure, really beautiful fruit. It's like, wow, incredibile. Si dice? Wow, really good, really complex. Well, this is my wine. It's I like really good juiciness, a lot of fruit, well structured. It's not fat. It's really well trained. Also, nice acidity.
Yeah, because my focus is also to try to make elegant wine.
Yeah, this is
where the harmony, the elegance makes you drink one glass after the other, because very impressive wine with big structure but no elegance, you get fed up after 2-3 glasses. Here you have to drink the bottle.
Absolutely, it's like Maserati. It's like really,
Thank you.
really well shaped.
But I am very proud of this wine because
it can be, yeah.
2008 is not exactly the great vintage. So when you succeed in making a very good wine in a vintage which is, a little bit difficult, it's more of
but I think
satisfaction.
especially here in Tuscany, it's like you don't have to look too much focus on the vintage, more on the producer. And we have here this is example, absolutely.
Exactly. I produced 30% less of bottles.
I'm getting Well, it's really, obviously a really good wine, huh?
Thank you. No, I'm very proud because it was not easy, but sometimes when you produce you renounce to a certain amount of production. You succeed in making a very, very good wine, also in vintages, which is really not easy to do. So you have to risk.
And really has a good potential to age. Well, this is 2008. We have 2012. Maybe it goes for me. Yeah, it's let's say 20, 22, 25, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, on a whole. I mean, I think for other 10 years, it is like this.
Yeah.
So it's like that or going better and better. Then after 10 years, it's starting from now. So we are to have 2012. The other 10 years is slightly losing the fruit, but
you never know.
There are people who are passionate more about more aged wine where the fruit is going.
I like it actually in this period. Actually, it's really well structured and once again complimenting.
Grazie.
Well, the last wine is Nambrot, which is also part of your family.
Sure. Yeah? This is more important as a name because it's the name of the founder of the family, and it goes back to 830. So Charles the Great epoch.
Oh, cool.
So it was compulsory to give to a wine the name of the founder of our family, and he was French, so that's why a French name. And the grapes in it are of a French origin because it's Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot.
Okay.
Even though I think that this one is very Tuscan in the expression.
Hey, let's see. Actually, it's you can put it. Thank you. I want to say it's like it's not a single vineyard wine. You told me before. It's like the selection of the best grapes every year.
Sure.
You don't produce it every year, also.
No, not every year. Not exactly every year because, for example, this is 2007, which is one of the most exceptional vintages in the 2000s. But I won't produce in 2010, and it was not produced in 2002. So depending, obviously, if it is a very bad vintage in the sense that the weather is not good enough to produce this concentration and this elegance, I prefer not to produce or produce few bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's super length.
Here obviously the length is really one of the characteristics of this wine, and this is also because of the grapes, which were completely ripened, but we had also a fresh climate to have this acidity, which helps the length to be expressed. So
and I found also that the wood is really well integrated. It's not like overwhelming the fruit. It's really You don't use too much wood. Or
no, not too much new wood. Because I was using a lot of new wood in the past. And my wines, I'm not saying they were not good wines, but they were too woody.
The woody elm wines.
And I didn't like them because I want the wood to be a means of evolution of the wines, and not a means to add tannins of wood. So I understood that for my wines, it's not a general rule. For my wines, I had to use less new wood.
Okay.
So now for the Menambro, or it's aging for 7 months in wood, so not a short time. But the wood is new only for the 10-20% every year, in order to have a good balance, fruit, wood, where the fruit should be there, but should be, with the micro-oxidation of the wood, a good evolution.
Well, and I find it really gentle in the mouth. I mean, you told me that the grapes are pressed with the feet.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Really
That
gentle.
is another thing to help the tannins to be softer.
Right. It's no joke. You do it really, right?
No. We do it really because it's the best mean that we are small. We could have to have a soft pressure of the skin.
It's a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's also fun.
Yeah, I would say really
for
funny.
the people who are working. It takes you a long time, a longer time to press the grapes. But everything of good, but also of bad, can be in the skin. So the way in which you extract from the skin is very important. Okay. So if you use something which is very violent to crush the skins, you will obtain good and bad tannins. In this way, in a softened way, it's more possible that only the good tannins are coming out.
Well, I can really recommend those wines. It's for me, it's like not a sorpresa. It's a discovery actually, because beautiful landscape. Beautiful winemaker.
Thank you.
And really outstanding wines, which are spectacular. Well, you have to go for it. I think, it's worth. And
you have to come and visit.
Yeah, come to
Ghizzano. Otherwise, you don't understand what we are talking about.
You have Agricoltura.
We have also houses that we rent.
So you better be here next time. So, Ginevra, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you to you for coming.
Yeah, and this was a short interview with Ginevra from Tenuta di Ghizzano. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I really hope that I see you in the next clip.